If we hit the $15, do they give us more ad?
I don't know. I was wondering that too. I think I think so, but I'm not.
There's probably some analytics to it, like hit 15 within a certain amount of time or something.
How to get more sponsors on Anchor.
I mean, we are
Be
close
fucking
to the
better.
15 on absurdity, so we're almost at 12.
Yeah. See, I think we're at the point where the way we would have to get like ads for a company, say what the product is, we'd have to actually buy their product and then talk to them and be like, hey, they'd be like, hey, you can use this code, you can advertise, but you have to buy our product and use it.
You get a lot more free shit than you think. All you got to do is ask, and you'll say, "Hey, we'll give you a review on your website. Hey, we will attach our name to a review, and we will talk about your shit on the show." And if we have enough, like I said, that's the thing.
We kind of need the analytics.
Like I have friends who do OnlyFans, and they don't even have like that many subscribers, but they haven't paid for a sex toy in the past like 3 years. So like, there you go. Like if you do reviews,
you'll never get a more honest response than a review for a sex toy.
I'm saying, like, yeah, if you just look at the reviews, like if all you have to do is like get in contact with the seller on Amazon, and that's an easy message, and you can be like, yo, I will give you a review on your product. Send me one of your products. And then they either do or they don't.
I think you'd be best for emailing to do that, because I can't get in that like professional mindset to like send a professional text message.
I can send a professional email or text message.
It'll be 3 pages long, but he can do it.
I mean, I do go in depth with my things where they're just like, hey, you could have done that with like a simple question.
Exactly.
That could have definitely been 150 characters or less.
But when it comes to emailing, texting people, I try to stay professional for the most part, except for you guys.
Do you
Fuck
know
you
who
guys.
that is? Have you seen him?
Caleb Presley?
Uh-huh.
Ooh. Sounds like a familiar
Have
name.
you ever seen him in anything?
No. What is he?
He's got like
Giving you
interviews
on
and he
the
is
Thinker
fucking
Instagram.
hilarious. Like
Asking people the hard-hitting questions on the streets.
it's like a Barstool Sports,
But
it's like a blog.
yes and no.
No, I do know about blogs.
I was
I do.
making sure you clicked it.
Yeah,
No, it's been on for a minute.
Okay, just making
we're
sure.
at 18 minutes.
Yeah, I wasn't being an asshole just to be an asshole with that 3-page thing.
So anyways, I'm going to go into my 3 pages of my description.
No, I just like I don't know. I guess I just don't have that level of like professionalism. I don't know. Like,
I mean,
Yeah, it's like it's a whole different language almost to have to do things professionally.
because I end
Like
up wanting, I end up like
professionally.
trying to like basically like talking to them like I know them. I'm like, hey, what's
I mean,
up?
there's a certain level of, like, don't approach them like they're fucking.
Your brother.
No, I mean, you could be chill. Like, my emails, like, between people, like, through work and everything like that, they are pretty much how I would talk, other than, like, I mean, you guys don't get the brunt of my text messages, I guess, because, like, we don't, like, text, but I'm pretty well-spoken at times through, especially when I
That's
get
what
to...
I'm saying, you, because you're more, well, I guess I could say you're more well-spoken than I am.
I don't know if that's a compliment.
That's a compliment.
I mean, it's just a fact. I don't know if
I don't know if I was going to take that as a compliment. My brain kind of turned
You have
off
a
for
good
a second.
selection of words.
I mean, I do pride myself on
good
my
variety.
vocabulary. There are things that, you know, I do for the lulz, and then there are things that I did for the lulz that actually became part of my grander lexicon. And it fucking
That's how they
sucks.
get you. That's how they
I
fucking
know,
get you.
yeah, dude. Like, but at the same time, it's like I said, yeah. When I write professionally, even,
Yeah.
or there are times where it will be, you know, me writing from my perspective is something, and I will give my total mindset. But there are other times where I'm like writing fiction and shit like that.
Yeah.
Where it is like you take out a lot of the lowbrow, you take out a lot of the profanity, you add some commas.
That's the big thing. The commas.
Absolutely. I don't put profanity in a business email ever.
No, like, but no, you just gotta be cordial. That's it. I mean, that's the thing is like, I know you are a friendly, like, guy and you are an approachable guy, especially once you get talking, like you do have a little bit of rough gruff at first where you're just like people don't quite get it, especially if it's something like a stranger. But like over internet, like just talk to them like they're your friend, but don't talk to them like they're your best. Like talk to them like like you would talk to your teacher, but not necessarily like a college teacher, not like a high school teacher. Like because a college teacher,
and not
it's
one of
like
the hot high school teachers either.
No, not even a high school teacher
like a
at all.
Mediocre one.
Like not even because that even then it's like they're like in a place of authority over you.
Yeah, treat him like the drug dealing police officer that walks around your school occasionally.
Set his car on fire.
Yeah.
That was the thing that
I'd like
happened
to
in
try
Houston,
their
Texas.
product, and if you don't let me, I'll set your car on fire.
I mean, there you go. I think that's
Sponsored
probably.
by Pepsi.
I think that would be a good way to go
This is
about
why I
it.
don't send business emails.
Sheesh! You're gonna die.
Give me 1 second because I still have tears in my eyes.
He's dying inside.
You have a grumpy face by default.
Man, I don't even live here.
Do I remember my keys or am I just stupid?
Oh, I don't like how this is going.
I think it's for dummies.
God, I smell dog shit.
Welcome to Absurdity Podcast. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Absurdity69. Check us out on Facebook at Absurd Entertainment.
Absolutely.
Subscribe on YouTube to watch the podcast at Absurd Entertainment.
Check out this mug.
Go check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/absurditypod.
Give us your money.
Give us some money. Or, there's a donation thing in the link in the subscription or link in the description. Link in the description.
Yeah, guys, don't forget
Or it's actually down there still on YouTube.
Yeah.
We're in an uninsulated shed, guys, so don't forget that. So
We
if
would
you
like
wanna
to
give
get it
us money-
insulated.
Yeah.
We're bringing this to you
Or at
at the
least buy
risk of our
another heater or
health.
something. Like, come on, give us money.
I do need a better heater over on
Yeah,
this side.
exactly.
We should. Oh man, like I wish we had another buddy. That would be dope.
Another buddy?
That's what that is. It's called a tough buddy. There's one that's like
I was like,
bigger
nobody
than
else can
that.
fit at this table, goddammit.
Just cut a hole and just pop through it.
Hey guys,
They just put a hole in the wall right here where they just stand outside like,
have
no.
fun with that. That's the intern's job.
Guys, it's fucking cold out here.
Yeah, here, the candle
Shut up,
will
intern.
warm you.
I think I'm suffering from hypothermia.
Shut up, intern.
Hold the candle with your teeth.
We need our beers.
I don't know, guys. It's Bobby. Bobby's the
If we
intern.
got an intern named Bobby, that'd be fantastic.
Fuck.
I mean, it doesn't matter what their name is. Their name's Bobby.
Oh,
Yeah,
true.
that's
If we
That's
ever
true,
get an
yeah.
intern,
Their name's Bobby.
Their
their name's
Bobby.
gotta be Bobby at this
So
point.
if anyone's looking for hire,
For free.
For free.
free.
Yeah. If you
It's actually more like torture.
pay can be negotiated.
No, I don't even want to talk about it, honestly.
I don't even want to talk about
I'm laying it down right now.
I need to get paid some more money before that
Yeah.
happens.
You can put a number on a piece of paper, and I will gladly put a line through it and let you try again.
I'm all for like helping out like people grow, but like we gotta grow first.
I would gladly let you write out the entire check, and I will come before I put my signature. Write a giant void on it.
Actually, I'm gonna get a custom made rubber stamp just for
void.
this. Yeah, anytime he
I'd
comes
like to
in
get
with
paid,
anything.
not today.
We
Your
gotta
argument just
play
went-
by the big game rules if we want to get big to actually help people, which means we gotta play dirty and we gotta get dirty. God damn it!
We gotta get dirty, then we gotta get clean.
And then we gotta get clean. Yeah,
We gotta
Gotta
realize
play
the
by the
error of our
enemy's
ways, and then we can spread it around.
yeah. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Anyways, I am Cameron. What's up, guys?
Hi.
And I just want to let you guys know I have just two unwritten rules.
Lay it on me. Just
They're not written.
How much longer are we going for?
It's a show.
Yep, that's a show.
Just
Every
here for the
time.
laughs, baby.
If you look at our analytics, it goes all the way up until like the third minute of the show when he tells that joke, and then it just drops off heavily.
You know, it's funny. It's always I look at the time of retention. It's always right when you introduce yourself.
It's right after you
It
say
drops
something.
dramatically right. It's like 100%. Jake introduced himself. 0%.
He's lying to you guys. Don't believe him. I've seen the analytics. I studied the numbers.
oh my god. Oh my god. What's up,
Cruel world out
guys?
there.
DK here. I have taken legitimate psychic damage from that joke.
Same.
Like, it hurts. Like, the realness hurts. And, like, I just...
It's not even a joke. It's true, though.
I mean, I know.
I
Because you don't write down anything.
I don't write down anything.
Like, anything.
So it's probably more than 2.
You can check my D&D notes.
Exactly.
Which D&D's nuts.
Dude, that's
Got 'em.
exactly how he plays it.
Yep.
No, he's better than that sometimes. Sometimes. Oh fuck, man! I'm really
Private
just.
quotes.
I'm flabbergasted.
He's
I'm
befuddled
flabbergasted
right
right
now.
now.
I
Yeah.
have that effect on people.
Not only in your
Tomfoolery.
delivery of said joke, but my fucking just gullibility, just to be like, huh? What are they?
I was not expecting anyone to ask me.
No, like
I wasn't going to.
I could tell neither one of you were going to.
I had no interest.
I was like, if anyone's going to ask me, it's going to be DK. But I was like, there's no way he'll ask me.
oh, and he did.
And so
Sorry,
I was
make a first
literally
move.
caught a little off guard by the fact that he did ask me. I was like, fuck, what was I supposed to say after that?
You didn't even have the punchline.
No, I did. I just wasn't expecting to have to say it.
Oh man.
Your crowd play is terrible.
Oh, that's like really. I don't have anything. I don't have anything anymore. It's big real.
This is
Deuces.
DK and he's disappointed.
Drop, mic drop.
What's up, y'all? This is Big Dirty. Woo. You know what it is.
We do know what it is.
We out here loading the bowl. Just getting high,
Can you say that
having
we
fun.
canceled on YouTube?
We'll have to bleep that out.
Yeah. I need you to put in like
You know what's
a
funny?
second and a half of,
What I was going to do the
smoking
first time
every
he
day.
ever came on this show was as soon as he dropped the F-bomb, I was going to be like, dude, we don't cuss you. Just to see what his reaction
I would have
was.
been worried.
But I'm pretty sure all of us dropped it ever before he did.
Like,
So I was like, well, there goes that one.
Yeah, that joke doesn't work. No, like
No.
that was one that you should have texted us in the other group chat,
Yeah,
like the old group chat
Yeah.
about.
The one that Luke isn't in.
Yeah, which we won't use anymore.
No,
We didn't.
no.
Because there's no point in now because everyone's part of every show now. We're all good.
Luke's part of absurd entertainment.
He is.
He's
He's part of the AE crowd.
synergized.
He's the entertainment and absurd
Oh no, we
entertainment.
can't use AE because that's copyright. That's trademarked.
We can do like a different version of it.
Yeah.
SoundCloud,
do-
hashtag
gonna be
Big Dirty.
italicized.
You know where to
Make
find
it
me.
the absurd entertainment.
Plugging myself one
TAE.
time.
One time for the one time.
Oh shit! Hey, I don't know. I was like, I thought we were just having a conversation for a second. I was like,
Now
oh,
I'm
this is nice.
disappointed.
I'm just staring back like, oh, this is nice.
I just like how we all just stared at you, like just waiting patiently.
So yeah, I'm just like, huh? I gave
gonna-
the head turn. I was just like, you gotta go.
Well, Luke was saying something, and I just went. I just slowly turned my head towards him. I was gonna let there be complete silence until he finally realized
My
what
brain just went
happened.
into dog mode, just like everyone's giving me attention. Hi guys, hi.
Oh, my friends are here! Yay!
Yay! Hi guys, it's Jake. It's good to see you again. The word austere means simple or plain. Also, having a serious or unfriendly quality.
That was
So add it to your vocabulary.
Just like your mom.
Your mom.
just like your mom.
Damn it, you beat me
Can't do
to
them
it.
lessons.
You beat me to the mom.
Damn it.
You son of a bitch.
Man, every time. Okay, so like I'm gonna lead this off with I do appreciate this, like you letting me use your vape.
Because he does have a mouth disease.
I have.
I mean, so do I now.
Cool. There we go.
I didn't, but I do
didn't
now.
before.
Keep that from the
I
couch.
talked to my doctor about it the other day, and I was like, "Where'd it come from?" And he's like, "Oh, well, you sharing
He
vapes?"
shared a vape.
You Winnie Pooh the couch. You know?
But so there's this YouTube channel called oh my god,
Charlie Brown foot porn.
yes, that one. No, it's All Gas No Brakes, and this
Close
dude
enough.
goes around and just like interviews some of the most strangest environments I've ever seen. Highly recommend All Gas No Brakes. Very good. He got fucked over by Vice News, so like it's like he doesn't have any he has no connection to it anymore, which kind of sucks. But there is one episode where they go to a furry convention. Very interesting. But
sure.
there's this scene where these dudes are like vaping, and every time I hit this, before I hit it, I think of this moment where these two dudes are gonna, like, the guy who is the interviewer, and this just random guy in the crowd. They're gonna go hit their vapes, and this dude just goes 1, 2, 3 clouds, and then they just like take these big goofy ass rips, and it's and that's what I think of every time I go to hit this, and I can't help it. It's just like this fucking lightsaber in my hand.
I didn't think I'd be able to say this, but my life now has less meaning to it.
Exactly.
No, that was a fucking hilarious one.
One more thing has been taken out of my soul today.
Woo-wee. Well, yeah.
So we want to go around and say how our weeks have been? Or?
Fuck no.
I mean, I guess it's been a while
Yeah,
since
we haven't done that.
we've
don't
given
talk
the
about
people
our
an
weeks anymore.
update. Yeah, what's been up, big guy? How's it going? How's the life? How's the kids? How's the house?
How's the
wife?
prostate?
How's the prostate?
How is the
Getting checked?
prostate? Yeah, you've been getting the finger?
changing the oil
Yeah.
lately?
I'm not that
You've
old
been
yet.
playing with a dipstick?
With modern man's mass increase and hormone laden foods,
Yeah, I don't know what the
it's
size
always
of
a
your taint.
good idea to get checked just a little sooner.
You might have a tiny taint and we wouldn't even know it.
I'll just say this: my poos are fine.
Okay,
that's all right.
As long as your poos are
They don't
fine.
hurt.
Yeah, they don't hurt.
I'm in and out in like 3 minutes.
They nice and firm. They're
Yeah.
nice and nice.
Unless I eat some
Have you
Mexican food or
ever?
something.
Oh man, what is the stool? There's this chart, and it's got like a scientific name.
Okay.
And it's the stool chart.
Let's play a game of How's Cameron's Poo.
Oh yeah, stool charms.
We have a sample right here.
I anticipated you asking me, and I actually have.
Here's my poop
I
sample.
was wondering what
This
that
is
smell
approximately
was.
3.76 hours old.
Okay, so it's called
Fermented.
the Bristol stool chart.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Bristol.
Heard of this
Yep.
one, yeah.
So I just want to run a little quiz on
Was that
you guys.
Was that the
Oh,
poop
God, all of
scientist?
All of us?
Oh no.
Was
Well, I'm just
Bristol the poop scientist?
What?
Was Bristol the poop scientist?
I'm assuming so.
Is that
if
why it's called
or maybe
Bristol?
maybe the scientist who made this actually had like beef with somebody named Bristol, or maybe he just hates the city of Bristol, so he calls it the Bristol. I don't know. There might be a whole
Or
other
maybe
level
just
there.
the person who made the chart.
Yeah.
Maybe there was no
is-
chart before,
it is,
and he's like,
I believe
"Oh,
it was
make a chart."
made over there. And from what I heard about it from, I think it was
over
Dr. Drew
where?
After Dark, Bristol.
Oh, okay.
Anywho, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through these stools and the types, there's 7 types of stools.
This is not a game I saw us playing.
And what I will do is keep it. I'm just going to read through all of them, and then give you a little. I mean, you can look at it if you want. You can search it on your phones because you're all here. But I also expect you to put a picture of it, like probably right in the center.
Yeah.
Right in the
Just
center.
right over the top of all
Yeah.
of us.
So type 1, separate hard lumps like nuts, hard to pass.
These nuts.
Type 2, sausage shaped but lumpy. That's kind of hard to say together. Sausage shaped.
Sausage shaped but lumpy.
Or you could just say sausage-like.
Yeah, sausage like. Type 3, like a sausage but with cracks on the surface. Type 4, like a sausage or snake, smooth and soft.
It looks like a banana, honestly.
Type 5, soft blobs with clear-cut edges.
Those are tater tots.
Type 6, fluffy pieces with ragged edges.
That's
A
popcorn.
Chili
mushy
cheese foot long
stool.
coney. Yeah.
Kind of looks like some popcorn chicken.
Yeah.
Type 7, watery, no solid pieces, entirely liquid.
Mustard.
That's diarrhea.
I've
That's
had
diarrhea.
Diarrhea.
I've had all
real.
of these in the span of like a week before.
Yikes. That's not that.
Well, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, what is it? What was your most recent stool like?
It's between 4 and 5.
I'm a 4, yeah. I know because I have that RV toilet, and those are the worst ones to try to clean up. Because the second they smack down, they just get stuck.
What you should do, I highly recommend filling your toilet
I don't
first.
think about it.
No, it's a lifesaver.
It is.
It's
Yes.
a game
'Cause then
changer.
then you have to pump it a little bit full of water, let
Yeah.
it soak, and then drain it again.
No, I have a special poop sponge. Not a poop sponge, but a poop. I mean, it's like a toilet scrubber. It's just a toilet
Yeah.
scrubber, and then
I
you just gotta
actually
clean it
had
off.
one, but when I was using it, apparently it's old and it just broke in half
No,
immediately.
just make sure you fill it. Like you think about it. Be like, all right.
Well, it's
gonna
also
stay
a
here.
small toilet, so I fill it up a little bit, and next thing I know, I sit down, my fucking balls slap the water. I'm like, oh, that's not fun.
Well, that sounds
got
like you
the-
got some low hanging
I was about
balls.
to say, you got them droopy balls.
Sorry, just got these thick necks. They have a lot of gravity to them.
But yeah, so big guy, what's your stool? So you said between 4 and 5?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Mine has been in between a 2 and a 3.
Straight 3, boy.
Ooh, straight 3. It's like a sausage.
Cracky.
But it was like curly.
Curly had some curl to it.
Uh-huh.
Had
So
some-
between a 3 and a 4.
Like an Arby's curly fry.
Let's not give name. Well, I
I
guess
feel
I
like
gave
that'd be
names
like
to all of them.
I feel like that'd be like a type 4 with like severe. Because I mean, I've had times where it literally is like someone put the single strand like smaller than your pinky Play-Doh masher, and it's just like you're just like, what the fuck? But that's IBS, baby.
It is, you know. And it's all about that processed food you eat.
It's great.
Yeah, I feel like
Man,
it's
if
a
you're lactose
lot of
intolerant.
shit.
Yeah.
It could be a lot of shit.
It's great. I love it. Mainly, mine's stress induced because I get ulcers. What they were saying. That's why I had those things in my guts.
Yeah.
But yeah,
There's a lot of symptoms though too. Like so many symptoms.
yeah. That's the thing is like, yeah,
It's
IBS
such a
is such like a
broad spectrum.
it's like an umbrella because like it sucks. A lot of things are just like, hey,
That just means science is just like, yeah, we don't know what the fuck
it's something
is
fucked
happening.
up with your butt guts. Your poop suck. You got something fucked up with your guts.
Yep.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, we've told them-
you'd think with how crappy I eat, because I don't eat good.
No.
Like, at all. I mean, sometimes I do, but
16 monsters and a pound of
pizza rolls.
pizza rolls.
That's my go-to. If I want something quick to eat, it's a pizza roll.
It's a pizza roll.
Well, more than one pizza roll, though.
Like my quick to eat is like the makings of a sandwich, but without bread.
I can completely
And
relate to
naked
that.
sandwich.
Antipasta.
Antipasta. Yeah, just make my own charcuterie board. My own charcuterie board just out of the basket, out of the bags, just right there at the fridge, just like a fucking gremlin.
Have you ever taken like the string cheese and like just wrapped it in like turkey or something?
Yeah,
I
constantly.
love
Dude,
doing
no.
that.
Here's the game changer for you. Go to Walmart. Go wherever you have your deli, wherever you get your deli meats
They
from.
sell that shit, boy.
No. Just like they sell this too, but you're also gonna want some of this for later. Just get you some pepperoni, like
Oh yeah.
4-inch
yeah.
pepperoni, and then wrap that around your mozzarella stick.
Yeah. They sell that and like prosciutto wrapped ones
and
at
they've got some
Reese's.
really good ones.
One
like
time I
sauce.
took a slice
I
of
love
turkey
Yeah,
and I
that's good.
But then I'd like just buy mine. Sorry.
I put like a thin layer of mayonnaise on it and then wrapped the cheese in it. Oh, so good.
No,
I
dude,
hate mayonnaise.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
we're weird, man.
Bleh.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Dude, every sandwich.
Get out of this room.
I made like this. I had a sandwich for lunch today, and I put mayonnaise and spicy brown mustard on it. That is like go-to.
See, I'm not much of a mustard guy, but I can appreciate. I'm trying to
I
appreciate.
only
more.
like mustard on sandwiches. You put a mustard on a cheeseburger, and I don't
Really?
Yeah, it's
Dude.
just it overpowers the
I
burger
can't
flavor.
have mustard by itself. It
I
has
don't
to
like
be added
pickles
with
in my
something.
burgers either.
Really?
Because
I like
the
pickles.
pickle's just too strong.
You're so white.
I love pickles.
Is that a white thing?
Kind of, yeah.
It's too spicy for you.
It's not spicy. It's just
That mayonnaise too spicy for
Yeah,
it.
just redeem yourself. Have some of this 357.
no. It's not the. It's just
I mean, I'll admit I don't like that.
you end up tasting nothing but pickle and not any the rest of the food you're eating.
You must have a weird tongue, dude. 'Cause
Yeah,
it like
you-
enhances the meat for me,
I'll say-
especially if
Not
it's
for
a
me.
good burger. Oh, dude,
me.
like
I've-
a little bit of onion because I don't like lettuce or tomato on my burger. Tomato,
I love
hate.
lettuce.
I hate tomato. I usually do like spinach, onion, and I'll even like grill my onions up a little bit. So
Oh yeah.
pickles, mustard. I also love sautéed mushrooms on a burger. Oh my fucking god, let's fucking go, man! I want a mushroom Swiss burger right now so bad. Sorry, but no, like flavors, baby.
I just do mayonnaise,
Bam!
mayonnaise, lettuce, tomato, and onion,
Bam! That sucks.
Listen,
and it's delicious.
our ancestors traveled the seas for these goddamn spices. You better appreciate these goddamn pickles.
I'll eat pickles by themselves.
But you won't eat them on a burger.
It's because it overpowers the burger flavor.
I've never because they only put like 3-4 pickle like slices of pickles on it. It's like not huge pickles.
I feel like you would like it if they were like, if someone took the time to dry the pickle out, like
Yeah,
to
get
get
rid of
all
all
Yeah,
the
the,
maybe
vinegar.
yeah.
and it was just
Yeah,
like
you
not
probably put, like,
soaking,
But I don't
Not
want to be. I
soaking
don't want to be
wet.
high maintenance like that. So Can you dry my pickles before you put them on my burger, please?
Dry my pickles. Will you please?
That
That's
would
literally
sound
the
weird.
equivalent of a white girl at Starbucks.
That would sound weird at a fast
Will you
food
please pat
place.
dry my pickles before you place them on my sandwich? Also, do you have any Grey Poupon? Pardon me.
So yeah, I just go no pickles.
Ah, well. Yeah, so yeah, like I know how we started this was talking about your week.
You just went on to talking about
Like,
pickles.
what's the point now?
Yeah, exactly. Like, but I was going to talk about my week, but then I was like, man, I haven't done shit other than record, play
either.
D&D. It's been too cold to do anything.
Yeah,
for
I
work.
mean, my
Work
kids
and-
at basketball.
Yeah,
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
yeah.
I had
I
that,
watched the playoffs on Sunday.
I had that VA
I
appointment
watched
today.
Sunday night anime. New animes that come out on Sunday. Sorry. I didn't watch football.
I did.
So my new psychiatrist thinks I'm bipolar.
Ah.
Yeah, I had to take a 350 question test
Mm-hmm.
today for a psychiatric evaluation, and I'll find out in 3 weeks.
My
But
wife
also-
did say, "Why was Jake at the hospital?" I was like, "I don't know. I'll probably find out tonight."
I was like, yeah, if anyone asked me, I was like, you'll find out later. It's fine.
That's literally what my text. She was like, "Why was Jake at the hospital?" I was like, "I don't know."
I'll find out later.
I was like, "I'm sure I'll find out tonight."
I'm at the hospital like two weeks out of the month. Not
The
two
whole
full
weeks.
weeks.
The whole fucking week.
Yeah, I'm just dying every other week.
He just gets admitted.
I heard something. I was listening to the new JRE episode, and he had a psychiatrist on, James Peterson, and
James
damn it.
He
Pierce?
said Peter.
I was like, I know where he's laughing, and the stupidity of that joke made me giggle. I'm like, God damn, it's just Peter. But,
Peter.
but he went on to. I got really stoned before I started listening to it, just because I really
I
wanted to
thought
get
you
into
meant
the
before
mood.
you went to the psychiatrist. I was like,
No.
"That's probably not a good idea."
I specifically did
I have
not.
had a psych
I didn't.
appointment.
I specifically
fucked
did
up out
not
of the
do
door.
like anything 24 hours before that, just to make sure that I could get an actual good evaluation done. But the second it was done, I got home. I got really stoned and turned on. I was like, "What better episode to listen to than a psychiatrist episode to get really just blitzed off of?" So
I'll
I
tell
was
you
sitting
what,
there.
the new Dungeons and Daddies.
I mean, that's you know what? It's a good idea. Depending on
listen
what
to
time
it.
I can
Wait,
get
have
home
you even
tonight.
finished the first season?
No, I keep on starting to cry
Okay.
and then I stop.
Well, you need
Maybe
to.
that's what you should just listen through it. Maybe that's what your psychiatrist is going to tell you. Tell your psychiatrist, hey, I've been listening to this fictional D&D podcast, and every time it gets to this point where it makes me cry, I have to turn it off because I can't emotionally handle it.
Maybe they'll find the root of your problem.
Listen, I already had a conversation with somebody else saying about like there's certain days where I just end up crying my eyes out while I'm driving without knowing I'm even crying. So I'm like, trying to handle my emotions, God damn it. But he states like he was talking about human interaction and like how your body moves like based on certain drugs, and he was talking about how people think of themselves as a full body, and I was like blazed out of my mind, and he was like, you're not really a full body, you're a brain that's giving signals to your body, giving signals to meat to move. You're just the brain, and the body is a portion of the brain that moves. And I was sitting there
saying it for years.
and I was sitting there and like I was just like, for a split second, like I just had a weird vision of just my brain sitting inside, staring through my eyes, and I was like, oh, okay, I don't like this anymore.
Nah, dude, that's literally been my mantra for life. We're all just a fucking
We're just a brain in a body.
brain piloting a meat mecha, which is
That's
actually pretty fucking
kind
metal
of
when you
what
think
we
about
talked about last week.
Yeah, and if you get stoned enough, you can feel it.
Technically, that's not even true though, because there's
We're just electrical
a
impulses.
documented
Yeah.
case of a girl who lived a normal life and then she had something like injured herself, like to need an MRI, and they actually found out she didn't have a brain.
What?
There was nothing inside of her
what?
skull.
Gotta fact check this.
Yeah,
You
that's-
gotta,
Whoa.
because
Luke, you're 100% lying to me, and I don't appreciate it.
no, dude, it's
This is a fictional podcast, but come on. It's getting a little out of hand now.
I swear to God, dude.
Listen,
No brain.
you can't get sponsored like this if you keep on spreading misinformation.
Wait a minute.
Brainless girl with a bad leg.
Girl with no brain defies odds. This is,
Are we just calling her stupid?
No.
I don't think she really doesn't have a brain.
Constantly smiling girl born without a brain. What?
Explain.
And she was alive and breathing. And
She's like 6 years.
functioning.
When was this?
and-
2019, 6 years
Yeah,
old.
this was a while ago that they found
Wait,
this
what?
shit out.
2019. Oh, it was 6 years old in
She's 6 years
2019.
old, yeah.
Baffling all the fucking doctors.
Okay, here we go. Girl without brain is now 6 years old. Family seeks support, of course. I mean, that sounded fucking evil.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow. That's not what I meant.
Of course.
Well, I mean, that's...
Insert heavy eye roll
it's
here.
It's in the... Like, I'm saying putting that in the title of the article. Like...
Someone may have exaggerated the details.
Yeah.
Like, that
With
she might not
almost
be.
no brain.
April Barrett's daughter, Kalisha, was born with hydranencephaly, a rare condition that left her without a brain. Hydranencephaly isn't that, I'm pretty sure that's water on the brain. Like when your dude like swells to abnormal. And then despite doctors' dismal expectations, Kalisha is now 6 years old and has managed to survive with only partially functioning brain stem. So she's running off of her... Yeah.
Cerebral
Stem.
cortex?
Yep,
Is that what that's called? Yeah.
Yep. According...
With almost no brain.
Yeah, I mean, just running off lower brain function,
Well,
which is
this
weird.
says she was 10 in 2016.
Well, this might be a different. Is it Kalisha?
There might be multiple.
Yeah, there might be multiple of this similar thing happening.
No, this is Alex Simpson.
Yeah, no. This is according to Dr. Nicholas Bambakidis, director of the Cerebrovascular and Skull Base Surgery at University Hospital Case Medical Center in Cleveland. The brainstem controls certain key functions necessary to sustain life. The brainstem is part of a nervous system that controls autonomic function like the trigger to breathe and maintain blood pressure and things like that. Bambakidis, man, that's a name, told Fox News. It's possible to have those autonomic functions while still active without having the cerebral cortex, the part of Kalisha's brain is missing, which controls the higher functioning things like personality, memory, and speech working. So it's pretty much just running off the basic,
Autopilot.
breathe, eat,
Sleep.
yeah, like that's pretty much what it's running
And
off of.
defecate.
I just believe the essence of who you are is in your DNA. It's not.
You don't think it's in the brain?
DNA is what creates the brain
Yeah,
to develop the way that it develops.
I mean, true.
Plus
Going back
external
on what you
effects.
just said, I don't think you need brain function to defecate.
That's a huge philosophical
Like, I think it's just a
because
natural
it's a
bodily
muscle.
reaction.
No, because it would just be a constant flow. Anytime you put something inside your system, you have to have an electric charge that
Well, that's what I'm
actually
saying, is if it-
retracts and
But
lets
even
go
if
of the
it
muscle.
constantly, just automatically runs out of your body, it's still defecating.
Yeah, I mean, it's still pooping.
Oh, that's fair.
It's pooping.
So you don't. I mean, that,
Everybody
I don't
poops.
think you literally like.
Sometimes it
for
hurts.
it just to come out of your body, you don't need to think about it. It just happens.
Plus, I mean, yeah, who you are.
Like babies
I mean,
poop. Like,
They also breathe and eat.
wait a minute. I thought.
Wait, that's not true.
I feel like who you are is just defined differently
Differently?
by who you are.
Yeah, true. But experience, I think it's a mixture of both. It's
'Cause if you're
it's a
religious-
nature/nurture thing. It's
Yeah.
not one or the other.
If you're religious, you would absolutely say my body is who I am because it's, part of your beliefs or whatever. That's why certain religions, like, you have to take certain steps for their body. Like, you have to prepare their body for death in a certain way or this or that. Because it's like, it's a debate, really. It's
Shoot
like,
me out of the world's strongest cannon and see if you can get me to Mars, baby.
some people think it's what you believe is who you are. Some people think what you think in your head is who you are. Some people
like
think what you do
you're talking about like an
is who you
ego,
are. Yeah. I mean, it's just like,
multi-leveled thing.
I personally believe we're all like humanity and nature and everything with DNA is one thing.
Yeah.
It's just like
It's life in general.
Well,
yeah,
that's the
it's just
crazy
like
thing
a
about-
stemming energy or a stemming like
Like
conscience.
That's the crazy thing when we were talking about mycelia in like forested areas and like in plants where like it connects like this network where you have a plant that gets like a signal over here and then the plant, like half a mile down the way responds to it.
Yeah, they
because
let
they're all
everybody.
connected, they're
Yeah,
all communicating
they
in their
let
own way.
everything know what's going on.
No, that's
Same
like
way with the trees when they respond to grasshoppers eating their leaves, a tree down the way will be like, hey, I hear that. Let me change the taste of my leaves. That way, the grasshoppers aren't appetized by it, and they'll leave.
Yeah, some plants can shoot sugars and shit like that. Yeah,
they'll turn their leaves bitter to make sure that they're not appetizing to the grasshoppers.
and if
And
you
they'll
ever
do that to a like they'll do it to a speaker. They won't even do it like just to the sound. It doesn't have to be an actual grasshopper.
and if you ever take those shrooms or whatever, you'll feel just as connected to everything.
That's why I've been dying to. God damn it! I want to so bad. I hear such good things.
It's pretty good if you're in the right spot.
Yeah.
Actually, I've never had a bad time on shrooms. I can honestly say that.
I've heard shrooms is less of the extremes.
Oh, you can get crazy. Oh, you can get crazy. It's all about the dose, baby.
I think we all came from mushrooms, but that's
No, for
just
sure.
me.
I went
Stone
into
Date
a
Theory.
while ago about that. Yeah, and we're
And
like,
even before that.
Well, even animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, all animals. I think evolved from.
I've never non-fictionally
Fungus.
done mushrooms.
Never non-fictionally, only
Yeah.
fictionally.
I
Expanding
the-
my mind through the works of fiction.
I had the thoughts of like we have like you think of the elephant and you think of the dolphin, like these highly intelligent creatures like the octopus, like like apes were an intelligent species and then they just at one point there's a theory saying that they just ate like a mushroom or some ergot or something like that and they had trips that give them like a new perspective on how to like hold things, how to use these items, how to like carve them, make them something better. What if these species found something similar to that somewhere down the road and they're the new like advanced species after a certain amount of evolution? Be kind of cool.
I thoroughly believe that
a cool
every
thought.
adult should be required to have at least one psilocybin mushroom trip in their life.
For
If
therapy.
not two.
For therapy.
For therapy.
I mean, if you
because-
really want to stick with like people that love tradition, the original tradition, like around this area, fucking
It's a rite
get
of
stoned
passage,
and have a trip.
honestly, as a human being.
Yeah, I think it is. Like,
And
and I
it's
think that's
healthy.
why it's elite. I think that and that's that brings on the whole other. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be shaking the table like that. I was just subconsciously doing it, causing an earthquake. But no, like that's that's why I believe psychedelics in general are illegal, like at the scale that they are, because if you have a
Control.
if you have an entire population that like kind of has a mind
love each
altering
other.
experience to that level, and they can. I'm not trying to make it sound like it awakens something within you, but it gives you new perspective. And without that, like I would not be who I am. Like it makes it to where you change your perspective to a more, this is more than just a me thing. This is a everyone thing.
The even crazier part is like all those psychedelics, just like shrooms and DMT and peyote and all this other shit. Everyone has the same experience.
Yeah.
The same experience.
That's the weird thing about it.
Like not personally, but like
If you write
physically.
it down,
Physically and mechanically, our bodies all have the same fucking experience.
it's crazy.
Like you get visuals, you get light trails, you get like crazy kind of like it looks like a fucking like one of those visual things where they fuck with your eyes,
Yeah.
like the optical illusions.
That's where I'm like on the fence between spiritual experience and like that's how the brain responds to these chemicals being put into it and then showing you things. I'm like, we have
It's
to ride
both. It's both.
It could be like it's just like it's what my brain tries to process as I'm like, oh, like I'm the kind of person like not having answers to things irritates the shit out of me.
It's nature telling you exactly what you need to hear, like some Matrix shit. Like it's shrooms
It just makes
and
you feel-
DMT and that type of molecule is like the oracle.
I pray for the day where they allow
Matrix.
you to go to like a clinic and have like microdosing and everything.
Microdosing won't give you that.
No, but it'll give you like it's supposed to help your body.
It's a long term
Yeah, it's
thing.
supposed to
I
help
have
you,
I
like,
have several
joints and
friends
shit.
who do it. Shout outs, West Coast homies. You know who you is. I mean that's
Flash
that
gang
giveaway.
signs.
No, I'm just kidding.
I know you're stealing $900 from Walmart right now. Get your shit together.
But no, they microdose and they friends of mine who are anxiety anxiety prone people started microdosing and said that they have had wonderful like benefits over their meds that they were taking previously, to the point where they don't even take meds anymore. They just microdose, and they don't even like trip on mushrooms anymore for fun. They just do it for like medicinal purposes.
Yep.
And and I think that that's great, and
that's why,
something that I'm very interested in.
That's why I believe if you go into the idea of like, try to play out in your head the scenario of what would happen if all of these drugs were legalized. There would be a short time period, say a month to a couple of months, of people who have now, it's almost like a kid that's just got introduced to sugar. There'd be a time period of people kind of going party crazy, like not knowing truly how to use it, never having experience with it, never being taught about it. They're going to go crazy with it. They're going to have some fun. They're going to do a lot of stupid shit, and that's going to cause a lot of issues, government policy, state policy. There's going to be a lot of fight between that. A lot of people are going to have to sign a lot of petitions. There's going to be a couple protests. But then once people use it enough, like you said about, they don't even use it for fun anymore. They use it for medicinal purposes. They figure out, all right, this is the configuration for me to kind of peak on my efficiency. Like, oh, when I take this, it makes it easier for me to do this. And they'll start using it to actually benefit themselves. And at that point, you have to take the bad with the good of the short party time, and probably the people who continue to use it as a party drug. But then at the same time, those are the same people who would use alcohol and prescribed drugs as a party drug. Like they would just find some gateway to get to something. But you'd have to, excuse me, you'd have to allow yourself to get past that period of not understanding what the drugs do, how they affect your body specifically, because it affects everybody differently, because everyone has a different personality trait and everything. And you'd have to allow the time to pass for people to grow accustomed to it, and actually allow them to adapt it into their lives where it's beneficial more than recreational.
I really don't think it would be that big of an uptick, honestly. I think the people who are going to use it are already using it.
Oh, yeah.
I think that
especially the bad shit.
I think, like I said, especially bad drugs. Like, I honestly don't think that you could go to anyone, and when they say all drugs are legal, and you're going to be like, hey, you want to go do some black tar heroin? And they're going to be like, why the fuck would I go do some black tar heroin? Like, yeah. I really don't think that the drug, like, I really don't think there's going to be a big uptick. I really think that the people who are partying with the drugs that they party with, you're going to see a little bit, but you're also going to see that fizzle out when people realize, yo, this isn't for me. This was kind of like, like I said, if you make everything safe, legal, and make access to getting the help you need when you're on these things, then fuck it. Why aren't we doing it?
We can just put marijuana in perspective.
Yeah.
I didn't do it when it was illegal. I still don't do it. And it's legal.
Yeah. I smoked a lot of weed when it was illegal. And I smoke actually less weed now than it is legal.
So, I agree with that. I don't think there'd be a massive uptick, if much at all. Mm. Because if they made mushrooms legal, I probably still wouldn't do mushrooms. Because it's just not me.
Yeah, but also like these kind of things would be able to like you wouldn't have all these drugs that have increased levels of fentanyl in it. You wouldn't have as many overdoses because these kind of things would be, you would understand it more. It'd be created in a way that doesn't have all these additives in it that are killing people. It would be a more pure substance that's manufactured in a more.
I don't want regulated drugs. I really don't want regulated drugs. Now, if you make drugs legal, that's cool. If you make accessing like this stuff,
well, I'm saying no one has to make it in a bathtub anymore. Like you can, go to a company that actually makes it.
That's the thing. Is that's the part where it starts. That's where it gets weird for me. It gets really weird for me once you start making it to where it's like a business. Because I still don't want it to be a business. I don't want people to be making fucking crystal methamphetamine to give to people, because it's still going to have the same effects on the people who are taking crystal meth, if not worse, because it's a pure form. But to like make accessing your drugs that you're getting fine. Make safety with that, because like test your shit. Test your shit. If you're doing drugs, test your shit. And if you're not testing your shit, then you need to test your shit. I don't care. Like, test your fucking shit. Like,
you're kind of dumb if you don't. Like,
yes.
honestly, you're
like
kind of
as
a
someone
piece
who
of
has
shit
used
if you
heavy
don't.
heavy drugs. Test your fucking drugs.
Yeah.
Like
Especially
just,
if it's like that powdered or
yeah,
anything
if it's
like
anything
that.
that just test your shit.
Can't fuck around with that.
Can't fuck around with that. And that's the thing is everything is getting cut with fentanyl right now, and it sucks. But fentanyl is a thing that comes from big pharmaceutical. It's It's like a byproduct. Oh, I'm hitting shit. It's like, and it makes everything cheap, and it gets you high, and then it kills you.
It doesn't take much to kill you.
But no, test your shit. But no, don't make it to where people can have access to, because I mean that's what we did with the opioid pandemic in the 90s. Like we made it to where everyone could get opiates. We made the next wave of heroin addicts.
It wasn't just that we made opiates available. It was like literally it was being advertised, and it was like there was literally like doctors were being told, "Hey, prescribe these."
No, because you're going to get bonuses if you prescribe this, and that's the thing is, it's going to be like, no, yeah, there's still a lot.
They still are doing that.
But that's the thing is, once you start like making drugs a corporation or a business, then it's going to get in the medical field and it's going to get pushed in that. So don't make it to where it's being pushed more. Make it to where it's still like, hey, if you still want to get your heroin, you got to go do some shady shit to get your heroin.
That's also the other thing. We're one of the 2 countries that allow pharmaceutical companies to sponsor medications. Yeah. Which I don't think should be allowed.
That's a whole other lobbying. That's a whole other thing.
Because it's like, when have you ever seen a pharmaceutical commercial that was accurate? Like it was actually portraying whatever the fuck's actually happening to the medication.
Dude just fucking walking through the woods and smile on his face talking.
I mean,
about,
that's just advertisements in general.
But it has nothing to like. The other advertisements have things to do with the product.
Yeah, it's like when Red Bull got sued for Red Bull not giving you wings. I actually got a 6-pack of Red Bull out of that. So, but no,
settlement.
Yeah, no one's like,
I did it. What the fuck?
No one's like, this is a hemorrhoid commercial, and there's no hemorrhoids in the video.
Yeah. I mean, you can take that as far as like mobile game advertisements. Like they don't advertise the gameplay. Like
I think that's
there was a lawsuit on that.
Yeah, I think there should be a lot more.
It.
I still think a lot of games do that shit.
A lot of them.
It's IP.
But there was an actual big lawsuit about that.
But that's a whole other like ads. But with make it to where drugs are legal. Having drugs and selling drugs isn't going to ruin your life, but don't make it to where.
But it could.
I mean,
still.
But that's the other thing is like because that kind of sounds cold because I've had so many homies die in the past 2 years from fucking fentanyl overdoses from heroin, and it sucks because they're buying. But that's the other thing is it's like it's illegal. Like it's kind of like a chicken egg situation. I can't justify one or the other, but. My thing has always been.
It's a loud one too.
Said fuck you, bruh.
You did.
I'm out of coffee.
That's the worst.
I'm out of
that's actually all the coffee I own too. That's the worst.
My thoughts on drugs is I feel like I've explained it before in the show, and I'm not. It's just make it legal, but make access to the safety nets involved with that more available.
I mean,
and also make access to just mental health more available. That's another big part of it.
What I don't understand, what's the harm of making it legal?
Less people in the prisons.
Incarceration
rate goes down.
It's all
and then also,
release people from marijuana.
You don't have the overcrowding that we've had.
No, but that's the thing is that's money right there. That's what because all of these prisons are for-profit prisons.
Plus, I don't know if you know, but
private owned.
Yeah, like Oklahoma had them for a long time.
The black market drug trade is like how the government gets their black ops money for shit that's not supposed to be happening.
You think we're just willy-nilly let people come in with drugs? I mean, we get a portion of that when they come in.
That's just part of the game.
We isn't me and the government.
They make it illegal to make the price.
Show me your money.
Show me your money. That's literally the only reason why the drugs are illegal is because the prices and the demand and the control of the sources.
Yeah.
And the only reason why weed and fucking shrooms and shit are way the fuck up there alongside like meth and heroin is because of their social impacts, like we were discussing. And shrooms in particular is a very, very slippery slope that we're finding out because there are documented studies of people who've taken shrooms who quit cigarettes or who quit their hardcore drug addiction or who just plain out flat, like go cold turkey on anything like they're addicted to.
Yeah, imagine that. You know, a natural substance that has no additives or anything to it actually it like helps your body.
It wants
like,
you to help yourself. It wants you to discover things that are meant to be discovered. And in our society, we're a repressed society, man. It is what it is. Like we can't change it overnight.
Lack of access to shrooms is what's kept us from being Jetsons.
But I just meant like
I have been.
we're repressed. We're repressed sexually. We're repressed politically. We're repressed other ways. But I mean, we're free to speak, obviously, because this is America. But I just meant our like modern, techie, evolved society, like where it's at now. It's like
it's like you could sit down and turn on like a YouTube video and like just like go into like what the tech companies are doing right now, and then go into what the big pharma is doing right now, and then go into what the government's doing right now, then go into what the school system's doing right now, and then go into what we're doing for environmental help right now,
It's
and just go down the list.
man.
You're like, this is too much to actually keep inside of my brain.
Yeah, that's why they keep us all distracted with bullshit and race baiting and keeping the insurrection on TV and keeping Trump and Biden on TV and all this shit.
Keep us fighting,
Yeah,
man.
keeping you
this is
distracted,
Tactics.
keep you separated, keep you fucking feeling like everyone's going through the shit alone.
Yeah, they're
It sucks. It fucking sucks. But it's also great because we live in America, and America's
Yeah.
fucking wonderful.
And the
It is,
states,
but also
the states have
sucks.
almost as much power as the government.
Yeah.
Almost. That's
as
why.
long as it gets here, it is still better than being oppressed.
That's why
completely.
weed is getting legalized statewide. That's why shrooms are the next up.
No, yeah,
in
you
a
like-
lot of states to
I have
be
high hopes.
medical.
I think Oklahoma. Give it another. Within the next 5 years, I think Oklahoma could have.
Dude, they're gonna have to,
a medical shrooms.
We gotta get that
or at
school
least
listing up
to the
though.
sense of like.
and they're gonna have to do rec for marijuana too
Yeah.
to keep up with money.
Well, yeah, dude, we have so
The
many.
state's going broke.
Man, I love our government at times. I love our state government at times.
The fucked up part about all of that is they're still outsourcing shit to Florida. Like, stop outsourcing shit to Florida. All the money's going to Florida.
And we
Not
got-
all of it, but a lot of it.
We got to get our education up. Like, we got to figure something out for that.
That's Oklahoma. Like
I
that's.
know, but
That's
I,
actually. That's. I.
The
it's
weed
like-
money's going to help the children.
No, it's not. They'd be so sick of. I think
figured
there's.
it out.
I think that there's some like sort of
Maybe one day.
stipulation to where
Maybe
the
one day.
marijuana money
It has
can't
to be in
go
the
to
bill.
schools.
Has to be in the bill.
Yeah, like we have to write a new.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
A new way. We need to reform. I love weed. I love Oklahoma. I love that we have medical weed in Oklahoma, and I
one of
love
the
how
most
it's so
lenient with
fucking
it.
easy to get a medical card in Oklahoma. But we need reform on our medical.
We need
marijuana
weed
laws.
leaders in politics.
Like, yeah, that's we.
Who-
Because
who-
it's like. It's turned into like we have the most dispensaries per capita than anywhere in the fucking United States. You have people who are still selling illegal weed into dispensaries. You have different grows who are like faking the shit that they're putting in to get their tests. You have stuff that is like it's still the Wild West here. So we
Needs to
need,
be regulated,
we need
yeah.
reform on our medical marijuana
Oh, yeah.
/marijuana policy in general in the state, and to really address where that money goes, because it's making a fuck ton of money.
yeah.
But where's that fucking money going? I don't know, and I could probably figure it out with a couple clicks. But I'm ready to take a break and go smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, let's take a break.
We'll be back after this.
So, guys, I got something to tell you.
What is it, Big Dirty?
I'm very disappointed.
Oh no!
And me?
No,
Do we need tissues?
you may.
Are they happy tissues or sad
was-
tissues?
No, they're very,
Charlie
very
Brown tissues?
depressing tissues brought to you by the developing team of Dead by Daylight.
Oh no!
Oh no! What
Because
happened with Dead by
they
Daylight?
posted their vlog
Their vlog,
or whatever the hell it is. Their
Their-
Q&A with the fans.
the Q&A with the
And
fans.
the
Okay.
fans asked some great questions about MMR, matchmaking ratings, which they asked will it ever be visible? Can we ever know our MMR?
Mm-hmm.
And they just were like, no.
Well, no, I mean, that's always been. I think that's kind of like. I think it's it's weird because I don't think we will ever, because even like Apex, like all of like these competitive games nowadays have like a hidden MMR. Like, yeah, you have your level, and yeah, you have, but there's so many metrics that go.
Siege shows it.
C shows your hidden
Siege
rating.
Shows MMR rating.
Yeah,
Yes.
there are games that do, games that don't. But
Yeah,
their excuse,
all games I play do not.
their excuse was piss poor because they're like, yeah, we're just not interested in doing it because there have been a lot of people that are just like saying, no, I don't want to see it because it like ruins the vibe and like gives me anxiety and all that. Like their excuse was just.
I can kind of see that because it's like, well, now I have to I see it now. I gotta try to beat that, and then it causes like anxiety and stress while playing.
I mean, I
to
understand
do better,
that.
and then that causes you to play.
But there
worse.
could easily be a setting where you go in and you can just like turn on MMR and like it just the auto is just hidden. But there should be like a setting where you could go in and like check.
Yeah, you should be allowed to see your own, but I understand like in Siege, there was a huge issue where you'd be able to see other people's, like you'd see their rank, you'd see the MMR and their level and everything, and people were just like, oh, well, like I'm a low level, why do I have this high level against me? And then other games are like, oh, I'm like this level, why do I have, someone who's a prestige level, why am I playing against these guys?
Maybe it's like this. Maybe all of them know that MMR is fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
And
they're hiding it.
Probably.
And it's just because dude, like on Apex, like there is skill-based skill-based matchmaking is so the same thing. But you don't get it. But like I'll have games where it's like I get to frag out because everyone who I'm playing with is like dog shit.
Yeah, it's not fun that way.
Yeah. And
it's just like,
and then you have games where I get fucking mobbed on by some solo, my whole team gets wiped by this guy, and then you see at the end that he's like has like 100,000 kills, blah 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 blah. Just all he does is play Apex, and I'm just like, ugh.
But it was like full of questions like that and answers like that,
like just sidestepping the answers
for the most part, except for one good thing about it was like the icon thing. Like there's like people who are wanting icons to know what the other survivors are doing at any given point. Like, are they being chased? Are they like doing a gen? Are they like cleansing a totem? Like, what are they doing? And they actually brought up fan art of like somebody who submitted like just their like icons of like what should be on there, and they're like, we take feedback and we love this idea and we were working on something like, but before we go forward with anything, we want all your guys' feedback on.
It's going the other way, right? Yeah, it's going the other way. Weird.
That must be a tiny one.
That's what she said.
Welcome to my life.
But no, that was the one good thing about it was they were like they took the fan art and then they want your opinion on it so they can implement something similar or like way different depending on what the reaction to it was.
No, I think I mean I have very very minimal Dead by Daylight experience, but I feel like in a game that is team based like that, it would be nice to know. It would be a good help because
it's like vital. It's only vital because most of the time I play solo.
Yeah,
I'm not with a team.
Same. So
I'm not playing
you're not
on Discord with someone talking to someone like. So you have absolutely no connection or like communication. With your teammates?
But there is no in-game chat?
No, except for at the end. Like
Weird.
At the end,
you would think that like is a team-based game. I mean, but I also guess to get you in like the spooky scenario to make it a more terrifying game. I understand it, but no, I think it's very
so they don't have to moderate or be liable for people's voices or any text that they say.
I don't know. I really don't know much about the Dead by Daylight community. It could probably be dog shit toxic.
I mean, yeah, for the most part, at the end of the matches, people just talk so much shit, and you can tell they're probably 12 years old, but it still kind of like aggravates you slightly. It's like, what the fuck?
I could be your dad, bro.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, I like there was good and bad, but mostly bad.
Yeah.
Mostly just like spit in the face of
Just
all
dog
of our
shit.
concerns and outcries and.
That's lame. I mean, I really hope, that's kind of sad when you're a developer of a game. And I know, like I said, I have friends who put tons of money into Dead by
love
Daylight.
the game. It's just frustrating.
I've never actually played it.
It's pretty all right.
I played it a couple times, but it's one of the things I can't solo. Like, because like you said, like
hard, yeah.
every time I soloed as somebody who was brand new, it would turn out that
Oh yeah, at first.
the bad, like the enemy, like god tier, and he just murders everybody
at
shortly.
first.
I'm like, what is this?
It's arguably way more easier to play killer in the beginning than survivor because there's so much shit to know to do and the nuances of how to evade the killer and all that shit.
I heard good things about the Friday the 13th game though.
I haven't seen anything on that. I mean, I know it.
It's old now.
It's in lawsuits and shit.
Is it?
Yeah,
Friday the
dude,
13th?
it's like deadlocked in lawsuits.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
yeah.
I saw such good things about it.
It's like that stands.
2 years
it's
ago,
at
I
a
saw such good
standstill,
things about
bro.
it, I should say.
It's at this complete halt, standstill.
Oh my god, I'd say that's depressing, but I actually don't care that much about it.
It tastes like wine.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Yeah, it tastes like strawberry wine. It's very interesting.
So, at the moment right now, there is a group of artists. It includes Jay-Z, Killer Mike, Meek Mill, and it doesn't. Let's see, Fat Joe, Kelly Rowland, Yo Gotti, and Robin Thicke. They are signing off on a
All whack.
rap music on trial legislation bill, trying to make it so you can no longer use rap lyrics in court.
Oh, I get that. I understand that. Because
it's still a thing that they can
Why
do.
is it all the wackest artists though that are on that fucking
Whoa,
bill?
whoa, whoa, whoa.
All
You hold
the
back a little
corny
bit.
motherfuckers.
You leave Robin Thicke alone.
he's just trying to sexually assault you, like the
He
song
is, yeah.
implied.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
Because like there was it's persona, especially in rap. I mean, there are times where it is tied to other shit, but like whack rap it's a persona.
If
And
you're
they-
rapping about shit you actually do, you're a dumbass.
And they use
dumbass.
the example I shot the sheriff. It's just like, well, you can't arrest him because he
No,
said
you
he
can't-
shot a
you
sheriff.
can't.
Just if a sheriff died that month somewhere,
And they
maybe.
won't try.
And they use the example saying like, you wouldn't do this for a country song.
Yeah,
Like
where I
the
beat my
song
sister.
Mad Mason, the song E, where he talks about chasing somebody down with a shotgun because he caught a guy sleeping with his wife. It's like you're not going to arrest that guy because he made a song like that if somebody got shot with a shotgun one day. So
for sleeping with a man's
It's
wife.
obviously
Yeah.
made up.
which I'm assuming where he lives probably happens often. It's fine. Country life, you have to deal with
Lyrics
it.
are an exaggeration of your mind.
Lyrics are art, man.
It's artwork, yeah.
It's just fiction
Yeah,
for the
man,
most
it's
part.
literally an exaggeration of a
Yeah.
thought process.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't mean you did it. It just means, hey,
You thought it.
you thought it.
I do
There's
also.
no crime against thinking something.
And the people who exploit it get exploited back.
Yep.
That's what that was. But I mean, I guess they need protection.
Yep. Truth.
I guess all the corny artists need protecting.
They got the most money. Of course they need protecting.
Why is it just specifically rap?
Yes.
Is it just specific?
No, because rap has been used like in the 90s. It was like a
man.
big deal to
It's a
tie.
Key and Peele skit.
Yeah, it is. Oh man.
It was
So-
a good skit too.
Maybe leave out certain details if you want to really rap about something that you did.
No, don't even. Yeah, just
Maybe
don't kill
lie
people.
about the
I
time
did
and the
something
date.
that I can't mention in this song.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe be
It's
ambiguous.
redacted.
Maybe be more ambiguous next time.
Motherfucker, I'll plead the fifth.
That's what you get when you use heavy-handed lyrics.
Yeah, heavy hands, baby.
I did inexplicable things to a man that I can't name down the street. Redacted, I plead the fifth, I won't talk.
I'm sorry, but I refuse to believe that Jay-Z ever did any shady shit.
You mean what's his name? What's his real name?
Oh my
I feel
god, I
like
was just.
he was the white knight in Brooklyn. He like never sold drugs. He went to school. He did his homework.
Wasn't he
was a
like
good-
valedictorian?
Yes.
I don't know,
Yes,
but
he
I
was.
feel like he was.
Yeah. Because you could see
Like,
his
I'm
goofy
pretty
ass
sure.
face on
Yeah,
it.
I'm pretty sure. Like, there was,
Sean Corey Carter.
Sean.
Like he went to the same
That's
high
right,
school.
like he
as
went to like an
Biggie.
Ivy League school, didn't he?
but I feel like he was the corny nerd that people didn't
I think he was like a
want to hear
a total
rap.
dweeb.
I don't think his
Probably,
face has
dude.
aged since he was in high school.
Oh
though.
no!
I think he's always just
he's-
had that like kind of.
He's looking pretty old now, especially with that hairdo he's
Oh, no,
got.
he's not looking. I mean, he doesn't look that old. My hair. That's not. He doesn't look that old.
Look at that hairline.
I mean, yeah, look at that hairline. But
Come on, Doc.
I know younger people that I know.
Oh man,
He's like the 2 Chainz. You know, like 2 Chainz went to
God
college.
damn, what are you going after these people for?
Because
No,
he's
no,
a
like
realtor.
hard.
2 Chainz is a realtor. And he's talking
He's
about
a
I made my
moneymaker.
money from
Next you go
selling
after Fat
drugs.
Jerry.
You know, it's-
No, you
it's,
didn't. You
Like
went to college.
looking at that picture of Jay-Z and just thinking about like, look at that hairline. You said, look at like I know people younger. I was talking to a buddy about we were talking about Aaron Rodgers, and I was like, man, that dude is old as hell. And he was like, well, he's only 38. And I'm like, fuck. I'm only 6 years younger than he is.
Actually, how old is Jay-Z?
He's probably 42.
I think the NFL just makes you look way older.
Oh
too.
yeah, I mean, you get the shit beat out of you.
Yeah.
all right.
He's 52.
Oh, okay.
He looks pretty good for 52.
He is old.
52's not that old. We're only like 20 years away from it.
Still, that's so
I don't know. I don't think
when you were 12, you
do
thought
we
a
look the same
32-year-old.
age? Do you think we look the same age?
I don't
That's
know.
That's not fair. You mean you two or
Yeah.
you and Jay-Z?
No, me and him.
Listen, you shaved your beard, so that's not a fair assessment.
No, that's the thing. Like, what do I look much younger when I shave my beard for one.
You do, yes. But also, with the age, the more you shave, the more you start seeing a couple of wrinkles come
On the
out.
cheeks.
Oh, get
Yeah.
that beardless filter.
Oh my gosh,
The
yeah.
one that everybody's
Oh my
doing
God.
right now.
Egg.
No. That's a no for me, dog.
That's a no for me. No, I wanted to read this. I read this on the
If we can
toilet
get
last
$100 on
week. and-
Patreon, he'll shave his beard.
Yep. I bet he'd do it for less than that.
My wife wouldn't like it.
Ooh, that's fair.
Yeah, it's like
They have to pay for the
$400.
divorce papers.
Okay. So you guys ready for this one? It's
me with the
it's a real crazy one.
Ooh, I like it.
All right. Man who faked being disabled teen to get diaper changed arrested again.
Was this the airplane
I
guy?
was about to say I've heard this story before, but that makes sense because he got arrested again.
Was this the big fat guy on the airplane?
He's still full of crap.
Oh,
A Louisiana man who attempted tricking a healthcare worker into changing his adult diaper by pretending to be disabled has been charged with an attempted human trafficking for allegedly pulling the same stinky stunt.
I think
Did we cover the first time?
it was back when it was just me and him.
Uh-huh.
I think we did.
Damn.
Rutledge Deas IV, 31 of
Does that sound familiar? Because I feel like that has to stand
That's
out.
got, yeah. Rutledge Deas IV, 31 of I can't pronounce this name. Meta-Airy was arrested last week after detectives investigated a text message in which he claimed to be engaged in alternative therapy and offered to pay a babysitter to change his diapers. He allegedly posed as a younger man with special needs and tried to recruit the victim to solicit other babysitters to care for him.
What the fuck?
Oh, dang, what's wrong with people?
An affiliate program. They'll get 30% commission.
State police said in a statement. Okay, Deas was arrested in his home Thursday, charged with one account of attempted human trafficking and booked into the whoa, where?
Where does the human trafficking come into this?
Booked into the Jefferson Parish Correctional Center. Wait a minute.
This guy doesn't sound like he can actually traffic any humans.
He's strange looking, that's for sure.
They were in his diaper.
In
Smuggling
November 2019, he was charged with 10 counts each of sexual battery and human trafficking after authorities said he posted fake ads online to lure in unsuspecting healthcare workers.
Stop fucking those double A
Investigators
batteries.
found that Deas used social media ads to falsely claim he was seeking home health care for his 18-year-old brother, Corey, whom he described as mentally and physically handicapped. He then posed as Corey while allowing the care provider to change his adult diaper and obtain sexual arousal under the false pretenses of being handicapped. This dude gets off pretending he's handicapped and having people change his fucking diapers.
Isn't that in default like being handicapped
I
by
don't
definition.
know. I think that's just sick. He's
I
just a
think he is
sick fuck.
handicapped. Yeah.
Like I don't even care.
Such a weird
I don't
baby
care
fetish.
about any other pretense in the situation. I don't think I could ever be aroused from someone wiping shit off my ass.
Oh,
But
he's
think
got-
about it like
just a little.
just the smell of it alone would be like, I'm soft.
if you believe
Like I'm
you believe
flaccid
sexual
immediately.
experiences, if you believe sexual experiences come from like something that happened in childhood, like where would that come from?
I don't know.
God, it's just
A babysitter wiped your ass wrong one time and popped a finger in you when you were 2, and you're just like, this is my thing now.
The victim eventually became suspicious and discovered that Diaz had made up Corey.
Eventually,
In December of
how long
2020.
did it go on?
Yeah, I don't know because it happened in 2019.
How many diapers?
It was in 2019, and he was December 2020. He pled guilty to the charges and was placed on probation, and then in this happened in December of this year. So a year later, December 28th, 2021, he does it again.
God.
Man, once you pop, the fun don't stop, baby.
About to say that joke.
Sheesh. What you got for us, man?
that was a shame.
You smoked your ass
Nothing
wiped?
that good. Nothing that good.
Nothing that good.
Second NYPD officer dies from Harlem shooting.
Well, glad you got the spirits up on this one.
So I wasn't expecting that to start off. So a second NYPD officer has died after being shot at a domestic violence call in Harlem this weekend. Officer Wilbert Mora, 27, who died Tuesday, is 3 times a hero. Police Commissioner Keychant Sewell tweeted, for choosing a life of service, for sacrificing his life to protect others, for giving life even in death through organ donation. So I'm assuming he was an organ donor.
Get out of town.
Mora
No,
was
they're just
shot while
confused on the
responding
street.
to a 911 call Friday night from a woman who was in a dispute with her son. She said her son was in a back bedroom, and when the officers approached the bedroom, the door swung open and suspect fired. Mora's partner, Officer Jason Rivera, 22, was struck first at the scene and died from his injuries. Third officer, 27-year-old Summit Sulan, opened fire on the suspect, LaShawn McNeil. McNeil, 47, later died from his injuries. Mora and Rivera are among 5 NYPD officers who have been shot this month. New York City Mayor Eric Adams, a former NYPD captain, on Monday unveiled a new strategy to combat violent crime. I don't know if you can combat
How about
violent
you have a
crime.
new strategy to help your poor communities?
Yeah.
Maybe that'll fix something. Instead of just be like, oh, we just need them to have more guns, really. It's like, no, how about you actually, help society so that you don't have areas where people like are just having to be violent to get by, where they have to rob a place to eat food.
But this was a violent altercation between a mother and son.
I want to know. Like I said, there's so many questions that we won't know. But no, like I said, if he showed sounds like Homeboy was on one. Don't know what he was on one with, but he was on one. And when you show up, if he was willing to do that, I do fear for his mom's life in that scenario.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
if he just
weird-
opened the door and started firing, that's...
You never know what would happen.
Yeah, we
if
don't
the
know. We
police
don't
weren't
know
there.
everything. All we know is that news article there, and it sucks. People die, but people die.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
And that's the risk you go into. I mean, it sucks saying that, but that's the
your
risk
job,
you
man.
that's the risk you take being a police
That's your
officer.
job.
You know, at some point you're going to run into a situation like that. You shouldn't have to, but
You do.
you do. I mean, that's just how it's been for who knows how long.
Sadly, it's the name of the game.
Oh man, but yeah.
On that high note,
A veteran won a $4 million lottery prize using the numbers from a fortune cookie.
Damn.
I feel like
that's a fucking federal agent that gave him a fortune cookie.
Here you go, man.
Yeah. Watch out. There's going to be some kind of riot that goes on because of this. And you're going to be like, the FBI's
A
involved.
North Carolina veteran turned
It didn't go on the first time. I was really confused.
Blinded himself.
you gotta really push it.
Well, I pushed it, and it was like, oh no, and then but I had it all the way up, and then sorry, continue.
A North Carolina veteran turned a restaurant meal into a Mega Millions jackpot after he used the numbers from his fortune cookie to win a $4 million prize. Gabriel Fierro and his wife eat at the Red Bull Asian Bistro in Charlotte, North Carolina, about once a week.
About once a week.
Last week, however,
Jesus Christ! Chinese buffet once a week.
I'm down. I love Chinese buffet.
I would do that, honestly. Probably like twice a week.
Last week, however, their cookies were extra fortunate. Fierro said he decided on a whim to play his fortune cookie numbers in last Tuesday's drawing and ended up with the largest win in the history of online play in the state. As the lottery explained in a blog post, Fierro bought his ticket using online play and added $1 to make it a Megaplier ticket.
He's a YouTuber.
He matched all 5 white balls to win $1 million, which quadrupled to $4 million when the 4 times Megaplier hit.
4 times Megaplier.
Megaplier.
Killtacular.
I fucking hate this podcast.
It's the fucking worst. Let's just play some D&D.
Okay, I'm done with my story.
Well, I think that wraps it up then, boys.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Thank you for listening, everyone.
Another one.
Make sure you go check out Off the Rails on Patreon at Absurdity Pod. That's where we taste test beers, different beer every other week on Thursdays. We give our unprofessional rating.
Hey, we're getting paid a little bit. It's professional.
Quasi-professional.
Semi-professional.
Yeah. We're semi over here.
We're semi-pro.
Yeah. Keep a semi-chub at all times.
But make sure you follow us on Facebook at Absurd Entertainment.
Oh my God!
Ugh,
Fired.
cringy.
Yeah. We'll get a new editor.
Instagram and Twitter, Absurdity69.
Nice.
Hit the bell on YouTube to get all of the updates.
Every one of them.
Hey, I'm going to ask you to, if you listen to us on Apple Podcasts,
Don't.
give us a review. Hit them stars and write us a review.
Yes, please.
If you write any review that we get, even if it's good or bad, we'll give you a shout out. And even if it's a bad review, we'll give you a shout out for the constructive criticism.
And I'll also.
But anyway,
I'll
just write us a
DDoS you. I'll do everything I can in my
And
power.
if you listen on Spotify, make sure you rate us there as well.
Is there a rating?
Follow us.
There is a rating on
there is a
Spotify.
rating. Yes, I forget.
And
Follow
make
us.
sure
Follow us.
you hit the bell on that as well.
Exactly,
So you know
yep.
when all the new episodes come out.
True.
So anyway, thanks for listening and toodaloo.
Doodles.
Enjoy.
Bye.
Bitch.
The internet, man. It was a weird time back in the Wild West days, and
Still
there's
a weird
evidence
time.
of me being weird on it. So
Oh God, yeah. Just think about all the times when you didn't know like what the internet truly was, and you just did disgusting things.
remember the times that I used to jerk off on a webcam just to do it?
Am I supposed to remember that? Or
Yeah, you're supposed to remember
I think you looked at the wrong brother.
Exactly. Oh, Luke, I don't know if you flashback. A long time ago, when Cameron and I lived together, man, he caught me jerking off. That's the short of it. You're literally the one. Okay, I've been
On
caught.
webcam.
No, not on a webcam. Not on a webcam. There have only been 2 times that I've been caught jerking off in my life, and you're one of them.
Can I tell you what was on the TV
Lucky
though?
you.
Charlie, you can tell him.
It was Charlie Brown's. What was it? The Christmas tree?
I don't know. I was on my phone.
I think it was like Charlie Brown's Christmas. It was on the TV.
Sounds about right.
Aren't we all guilty of that? Like just having shit on and not watching
Oh
it?
yeah, just
Well,
while you bust
okay,
one off.
so this was like it had to have been it had to have been the
As
Thanksgiving one.
background noise, so you don't like give
Yeah,
yourself
But
away.
so we did a thing
Yeah,
called
this is we
We
did
did- you
flashback
don't
to
just
this
hear-
story.
we did a thing called Scare Wars in
Yeah.
October, and so we were gonna get him, and so me and my buddy we
Yeah, it
told
was the
him,
Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Sorry.
Yeah, Great Pumpkin,
the
Charlie
Great
Brown.
Pumpkin.
So we were up
That one's bullshit.
on the hill
anyway.
behind the house, and he asked me when I was going to be home, and I was like, oh, I have to work late, so I probably won't be home for a while. Well, we parked our cars like down the road so he couldn't see us.
And he
Well,
was
we
like,
waited till he
Yeah, I was like jerk off 30, baby.
like he kept his music loud, so we knew when he pulled up to the driveway, and then we were like, okay, we'll wait another 30 minutes, and we'll work our way down.
Hearing damage.
So we work our way down. 30 minutes later, I look in the window to see where he's at, and there he is on the couch, butt naked.
No, I don't think I was butt naked. I probably had, because here's the thing.
I think you were Winnie the Pooh in it.
I was probably Winnie the Pooh in it. But here's the thing: is I worked I worked at the I worked at the Tulsa County Jail at this point in time, so I had to wear dress up clothes every day. Like I had to wear like button downs and slacks like every day. So I was probably definitely Winnie the Pooh in it, but I had my shirt completely unbuttoned-ish because I know this is spoiler alert. This is also like there's a lot of cum.